Hey, you know me, it's Lee Fuller, and I'm just saying. I wasn't originally going to get involved in discussions or even make a post about what's happened recently with the death of Michael Jackson. But after hearing from my daughter and actually talking to a few friends, I decided maybe there's some things I can share. I never met Michael. I never met his brothers. I never met his sisters. But when my daughter was a year old, I was at a family reunion. And at that family reunion, I met Joseph and Catherine Jackson, Michael Jackson's parents. Very kind people, very warm. I actually had an opportunity to talk to them about how the first time I saw the Jackson 5 when I was 8 years old, that was the reason why I wanted to become an entertainer. I didn't know where it was going to take me at that time. I said, but that was the reason why. I was inspired by the Jackson 5. And they were both very pleased to hear that story. They were very nice to me. They smiled. They played with my daughter, Jocelyn. And she doesn't even know that because she was a year old. But I remember we had an opportunity to even take a picture with Catherine Jackson. And that was really, really nice. As a matter of fact, my mother has that picture. She won't give it to me. But I wanted to share that because at that particular family reunion, I found out that my ex-wife and my former father-in-law was the second cousin to Joseph Jackson. So they're actually family. And what I noticed at the family reunion is that it was like any other family reunion I had ever been to. While none of the brothers and sisters were there, a lot of the cousins were there, nieces, nephews, uncles, aunts, a family. So what hit me and what really touched me deeply in my heart was Michael Jackson was someone's child, someone's brother, uncle, father, cousin, nephew, etc. And they're feeling the loss, and I'm feeling the loss, and a lot of other people are feeling that loss and feeling it on that level. For someone like me, being introduced to the Jackson 5 as an 8-year-old child, I grew up with the Jackson 5. I grew up with the Jacksons. They're a part of what makes me who I am, the music, etc. So it is a loss felt deeply. And I know because I'm from a family of my own and I'm part of other different organizations that are like family. I'm alumni of what could be called a college family. We have to show love for our own, and we take it really personally on a real deep level when someone we love leaves this earth. And I believe that needs to be respected, and I believe compassion should be shown no matter who the person was, because we all come from a family, and we all have members of families that may not always please us in the things they do. They may disappoint us sometimes. Sometimes they may even discourage us. But the bottom line, they are members of the family. And I guess on this day, and as I go forward and as we go forward, I'd like us to do it with a little more compassion, with a lot of sensitivity, recognizing that someone out there, somewhere, is hurting because they lost a family member. That's just the way I feel about it. One of the things that I found most disturbing, I've had some comments and some emails, and folks have speculated about a lot of different things. And I even had someone to ask me, I wonder what he believed in, where Michael will end up if he didn't believe in this or if he didn't believe in that. I guess at this point I just want to know, is there any comfort in a question like that? Because that's a question that can't be answered. I believe that's a question that can only be answered between an individual and their maker. And for that reason, I'd like to either celebrate life or provide comfort for those who are left who need comfort right about now. I don't know, I just can't get into the metaphysical or the religious because those are questions that I can't answer. But I do have this challenge to those who may have that question. Are you sure about where you would go if the time came where you had to leave this earth? And if so, what are you going to do with your life to maybe make a difference and make a mark? Because the reason why we're probably even talking about Michael is because he made a difference. He made a mark. He used his talents, he used his skills, and that's what we know him for most. Was he perfect? Nah. But people in your family aren't either. Nor are they perfect in mine. But we can celebrate the life. That's really all I have for now. Just know that we can continue thinking positive thoughts, but let's be supportive and let's just be compassionate. That's the only recap I have on that. Stay hydrated and don't trip unless you fall forward. You know me.